Whoa.
Anything that you guys want to report in terms of what you bought and all that?
I bought Neuromancy 3!
Sophia was like, Marcus is dead?
Suddenly, I feel I can walk through people's dreams to the other side and bring people with me.
Mm-hmm.
Game date is still set to Thursday, October 5th because it's still Thursday, October 5th, Captain Daff.
Crazy.
Is correct.
Yeah, as of
in
now.
his statement.
I did. Did I not update it on the site? Despite how easy it is? Oops. Yeah, now 3. Lols.
Someone wants to go in and edit that. Actually, you have to be an admin on the site. I think I've blocked our pages.
We'll do it.
I'll do it.
It's her page. She'll do it.
You guys are weird. Anyway. Are we ready?
Ooh. Yes.
None of the rest of you have any specific things to say?
Not as of now.
All right.
At the end, you mentioned last session, John, that we should maybe all send you something.
You all did.
This session. Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah.
Everybody did. Good.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
He may have needed to ask me, 20 minutes ago, but
I'm gonna need clarification.
No, he was just like-
I see. Okay.
Hey, so this thing. Like, fuck.
oh yeah, that thing. I was gonna say.
I really hope these are a continuation of the same thought.
I used to have the most wonderful Halloweens at a family friend's. And this was the sort of person who was closer than family, despite not being related. And she used to go all out for Halloween for kids. I mean, if you remember all of those things where you'd have put your hands in here and you can feel brains or all that sort of thing. She did those, but then she did them with just a little bit more production value, a little bit more class, lighting effects and dry ice in water to create fog and mist. And I remember playing a wonderful game of sardines. Now, Sardines is a game whereby one person goes and hides, and everyone else has to go and find that one person. But if you do, instead of shouting to alert everyone else, you then hide in the same location. And eventually, you have any number of people crammed into one small place, trying to hide from one poor sucker who's still looking around. And I remember one Halloween where I could not for the life of me find anybody, and it was because they were hiding in a closet, but in a kind of a secret compartment of this closet that was so far back that I never thought to check there, and I got rightfully laughed at for failing to find them, and then it was my turn to hide. So I naturally hid in the same place. But I buried myself under so many clothes that no one found me, despite the fact that I was hiding in the same place they had hid only minutes before. And I still remember everybody wandering this house with most of the lights out and fog and mist everywhere, calling my name, saying that they'd given up and that it was time for me to come out. And it took my crushing defeat and turned it into my ultimate victory. Is that the kind of thing that you guys normally do? Take a defeat and then wonder whether or not that's something that you can leverage to your own advantage? Or do you just simply wallow in your failure? It's an interesting question, one that I'm not sure that I have the answer to for these three characters. But I'm interested in seeing how they do this time. While they slap their mics. You are still standing on a street. Specifically, Bishop Street in downtown Montreal. And a cat trying to kill Kate.
We're slipping. You, of course, tried to get a better grip.
Okay, so we're facing the clerk, huh?
No, he's vanished in public smoke.
Oh,
Shit.
well,
That's what they do.
So spooky.
no, he
That's actually a good point.
disappeared.
He has
and
not disappeared.
Pot of gold in this place. Like,
God damn, she's the worst today.
So, if you are here on Zister's behalf, what does he want from us?
Do you think maybe we could discuss this somewhere else? Just, it's a wee bit out in the open.
How do we know we can trust you?
Oh. I suppose you can't. But I've given you me weapon, and, don't have any others. You're welcome to check.
I'm going to take him up on that offer.
Great.
Step forward.
All right.
If you don't mind.
I'll ask you to roll perception melee.
Oh.
Oh, my pool would actually be
Does he
halfway
have
decent
any
for that.
knightly swords on him, John? I'm kidding. That'd be pretty fabulous, though. Whoops. Diff 6?
The difficulty is 6, yes.
I have 3 successes here.
So you're standing frisking this guy in the middle of the street, and you see that there's a couple of people who are kind of looking at you awkwardly as you do so. And then Poreic just waves. Oh, it's a street performance. It's nothing. And while you find a couple of lumps, those end up being things like a wallet. There's a pouch with some coins in it. Coins that you don't immediately recognize where they're from.
Mm-hmm.
And in his sock, he's carrying a small burner phone.
Not suspicious at all.
no.
It's fine.
Mhm.
I would.
So, the spark.
I would rather not.
Where would you suggest we go to talk?
Sure that I don't know where you're going to be most comfortable. Just, tell you what. How about a Belpro?
Sure.
I don't like that place.
Is there another one that you might be more, preferring now?
There's a really nice poke restaurant on Crescent. Could we go there?
As long as it's all right that some of us won't be eating, yes. We'll just, not all of us are going to be purchasing food.
Sure.
All right. If that's amenable to you, it's just up the street.
Could you be picking up me dagger, though? I do want it back at the end of this.
Pick it up, slip it, tuck it in my belt. One of the pouches. Perhaps the pouch that I had constructed earlier.
So, as you head out, he very deliberately walks in front of the three of you, and he walks with his hands just clasped behind his back. He looks quite cheerful, but what he is perhaps quite obviously doing is he's just showing that he is nothing to hide, and is also making sure that he's in sight at all times.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Him? He's the reason a man is dead. How are we supposed to trust him?
Well, if he has been sent from Zister, we can find that out quite easily. And if that's true, then we are necessarily going to need his help. Even if we're not on the same side, then at least we need him.
Let's just hurry up and get his information and decide for ourselves.
You slip into the restaurant, and Poreic cheerfully orders nothing other than a glass of water. And then he sits there with his hands flat. Well, I'll just hit the mic, why not? Sits with his hands flat on the table.
I will get food.
Because Patches is getting food, I will also order.
Well, someone has to if we're going to be sitting in here.
I didn't want to be the only one.
Oh, okay. As long as someone is.
I'm gonna get the Maui bowl with salmon and mango.
I think I can get one with salmon and something else.
Nice.
I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it's called. It's delicious.
So good.
Yep.
Damn, no, I won't poke. Okay.
Cucumber or something. It's so good. Anyway, delicious. And sit down and lean in. So, how's our friend?
Sure that I don't think he's your friend. You're doing him a favor, yes, but as near as I can tell, two of you haven't really spoken to him all that much.
Well, why did he send you to talk to us?
Because you've been looking for him.
We have, and with very good reason.
Are you sure about that?
Other people are looking for him.
He
We
left
figure
us in a mess.
If someone's going to get to him, might as well be people that don't intend to cause him harm.
He left you in charge of your freehold. He didn't ask you to go looking for him.
Well, other people have showed up to that freehold looking for him.
But is that your responsibility then?
I guess so, considering they're disturbing our shit.
Disturbing his shit.
If it endangers the freehold, it concerns us because we were left in charge. I don't appreciate getting a quarter of the information. When we were asked to take over responsibility for freehold, I don't think any of us understood what that meant.
I'm certain that one as perceptive as the Shining Host would know that it's not my fault that you're not getting the information.
Of course it's not your fault.
Here to help you.
Alright, what's the help?
But I need to know why you're looking for Zister. For reals
Because other
now.
people are looking for him. And it's fucking with our shit.
Poreic, a question. Did Zister tell you the nature of the favor that we are doing for him?
You're taking care of his freehold while he's gone.
Yep.
Right. And can you tell me where he's staying right now?
If I knew exactly where he was, I'd tell you, but I don't. He doesn't give me all the information either. Look, I know that he's left a certain friend with you to stay.
Yep.
then Zister also knows that that friend is of great interest to a certain group of people. We can provide you with more information if he needs to know who is after him. For fraud, for assault, for murder, apparently.
If he's
For
being
planting
framed,
drugs
we need
and
to
things
know.
he's crafted.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Yeah.
For planting drugs and things he's crafted.
If he's being framed, we need to know. But if he actually committed these crimes, we need to know that as well.
He's definitely committed a few crimes in his day. You'd have noticed the friend that he left with you isn't exactly a legal immigrant.
Yeah. So, you have a message from him? Is it fuck off and leave me alone? Because in which case we can just, pass along the message to whoever comes looking for him and point them in his direction. But if he'd rather us not help those people, then let us know.
Somebody's wanting that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Zister's trying to protect it.
Mm-hmm.
Zister's also trying to protect that one's family.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that's why he hasn't told. Because if he does, the more people who know about it, then the more of a chance that someone's going to come after it.
Yep. Where's the new information gonna appear?
I'm not sure if I understand your tone there.
You claim to know things and have some connection to Sister, but you have yet to tell us anything we don't know.
Is it possible that your mood might improve once your food arrives?
Poreic, please. I think you can understand that we're dealing with a lot of frustration right now. We're being blamed for crimes we did not commit. We are trying to keep the freehold and its inhabitants safe. And we can't do that when it feels like we're at least 3 steps behind everybody else, including Zister. I think you can appreciate that.
Zister's been trying to protect dragons, not just because he believes that they have a right to exist, just as any and all chimera, but specifically because there are those out there who are trying to breed them. And breed them for not so kind purposes.
And is he trying to protect them from being stolen from the dreaming for this purpose?
That, and also that those who might be aware of this particular ploy may be finding dragons who they aren't breeding and destroying them.
Interesting. Trying to create perhaps an army of chimera.
It's not exactly quite like an army. I mean, it takes time, right? Like a dragon takes time to just grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Too much time. I think it might be more about experimentation.
All right, so is Zister's primary reason for looking out for them concern for the dragon's well-being? Or does he have ulterior motives?
Zister invented something that could be powered by dragons. It wasn't his intent, and he was looking for an alternative power source. I don't know what that invention is, but I do know that
he was going to unveil at the spark that failed.
it's possible. But I do know that he wasn't trying to make sure that He had a dragon just to power this thing. Somebody offered it to him. Sold it to him.
I didn't know he bought her.
Well,
I thought he rescued her.
Not your friend. Sold him his mother. Her mother. Sorry.
So what happened to her?
I don't know.
I believe that's why he left.
I think he's trying to get a hold of what other information he can. But he doesn't want anyone else to get mixed up in it because obviously he wasn't supposed to buy the dragon in the first place.
I don't understand how he could have been keeping a fully grown dragon at the Spark.
He wasn't.
Oh.
Wasn't. He was sold the dragon and the dragon was being held for him to recover. I just don't know much more than that. I've been trying to piece it together myself. I'm not here exactly because I'm a friend of Zister's, but because I'm a friend of what he's trying to do.
And that person that we were speaking to not too long ago, was that person in the way of what you were trying to do?
Oh, do you mean Marcus?
Yes.
Marcus has been spending time down in New Orleans, trying to find Zister.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been kind of rough trying to get that information.
Mm-hmm.
He's been using blackmail, extortion,
And,
downright thievery.
sorry, what was that last thing?
Thievery.
Thievery. And, the response was lethal force.
Did he give you anything?
As I said, no.
A spider, perhaps?
Nope.
Those spiders are his assassins. They carry venom, and they're designed to kill.
Cool. Well, I'm glad he didn't give me a spider, because that would have hurt. I don't want to be dead.
Could I actually ask you to roll your manipulation subterfuge, please?
Why is it only one? I should have upped that.
And you will.
Diff is
6.
3 successes.
Either way, when we approached him, he pulled his weapon. We stopped him. We killed him. We brought him back out. Now, we're not intending to keep him. He can go home. But yes, I'll use lethal force if it means that I don't end up dead myself.
No Cathane should take the life of another.
Not when you walk up to them and start the fight and claim it's self-defense when you are, what was it, 4 against 1? 4? But no matter, it's done.
So, I don't know if you quite understand the gravity of the situation. My friends weren't Cathane. Couldn't see what was going on. Didn't understand. They won't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're insinuating that I started a fight just because of the way that I look,
No, actually. No, just the fact that you were the one who walked up to him, presumably, with intent to challenge him about having been seeking Zister's location.
Patches, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a recommendation as to what I can do the next time that I'm in that situation then? And then maybe perhaps we can go back in time and I could do it all over again.
No, it's done. You do you. It just, your choice of actions will color our impression of you.
And Patches, if I'm ever doing such a crime in your freehold, you'd be right to judge me. But right now, don't think you've got a leg to stand on. And the waiter comes up and serves you your various dinners.
Okay. Am I sending you to court? No?
No, but I don't believe you're showing me the respect that perhaps I might deserve. I've nothing that forces me to give you anything.
Perhaps if we had met on better terms. Alas, it is what it is. So, does Zister specifically want us to stop looking for him? Do you have a message from him for us? Because otherwise, I think...
No. He wants you to go to Quebec City.
He wants us to go to Quebec City.
Specifically, if you're looking to help him about this specific friend that you've got. You've got a friend in the Duchess.
Really? How does he know this?
Who, the Duchess or you?
How does Zister know, or you know, that she is a friend?
I'm relaying a message.
Her reputation as a hunter of certain types of chimera would suggest otherwise.
Those who hunt don't necessarily mean to hurt or kill.
She's a collector.
Not necessarily. I think that she's more interested in making sure that there aren't dragons roaming about who might be causing trouble. I don't think that your friend is causing any trouble right now, except perhaps a couple of gallons of spilled milk now and then.
That is true.
Did he say anything about any other individuals who might be after our friend? Did he name any names?
I'm afraid if he did, he didn't tell me.
What if we wanted to speak to him directly? Is this something he'd be amenable to?
I could try to get a message to him. Tell him that you want to talk. But it's possible that he's trying to stay away from you just in order to keep you safe. Zister's been involved in more than one bad deal, not just about dragons. It's possible that his enemies might be collaborating.
They seem to be.
We can guarantee that, yes.
I do have to say that I appreciate everything that you're doing for him. I believe his cause is noble and just. Perhaps just nobles are the ones who need to help him. Begging your pardon, Patches.
No, it was clever.
Try my best.
How long are you in town for before you leave again?
Truth, I don't know, but I can stay around if you like.
I think we want to make sure that if we do go to Quebec City, that we've put in the proper preparation times.
Would be better.
We might have more questions. We would appreciate if we were able to contact you over the next little bit.
Tell you what, I know that I'm going to be here at least until the 15th of November.
That should be more than enough. Thank you.
So, I'm staying with me cousin. I've got a phone, and he pulls a napkin and he writes a number down and slides it across. You can call day or night. If I don't answer, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. If I don't call you back in 5 minutes, wait another 5 minutes.
What about after 10 minutes?
Keep waiting.
Oh,
If he never calls us back, well,
he's dead. I see.
I don't suppose that there's anything I can do to help you.
If you happen to speak to Zister again, just let him know that a lot of people are trying to find him and don't mean him well.
And by extension, don't mean us well.
Listen, I promise you that everything I've told you is true to the best of my knowledge. And I'm
I'll roll
not
for that.
one... Sorry?
I'd like to roll on that,
Mhm.
just
Sure.
for the-
Perception.
Subterfuge. Or empathy.
Difficulty? Ooh.
Difficulty here is going to be 7.
Balls.
Doesn't count if
gone.
it hits the floor.
No, well, it's gone.
What if it
We're
bounces
tethered
back
in.
up onto the... Okay.
That's 4.
3.
4 and 3, to the best of your knowledge, he is telling the truth.
Oh, yeah, you've got it with your foot. Slide his knife back to him, hilt first.
Could I offer anything to you then? Perhaps me word might be enough.
Word as to...
As to me intentions, dear Patches.
I'll take your hand in friendship, yes? Or at least in alliance.
Well. Listen now and listen well. I do swear, upon my own sight, that everything I've told you is the truth. And that I'm trying to help you.
Thank you.
And may it grow dim if I be lying.
I wish everyone we encountered meant us well. We just had a lot who didn't. So, apologies for not trusting you at first.
John, is there a way of telling that... Sorry to interrupt. Is there a way of telling if he, like, bound this with contract arts or not? Because I think it's chimerical, so I don't know if there's, like, an actual...
Perception
anything.
Greymare would be your... Or Perception Kenning, actually, would be your...
Then I would like to... I'm going to roll that.
Ooh, I want to
Sure.
roll that too.
Because you have a lot of perception and getting.
Yes.
All of you
No.
guys just trying so hard.
We're rolling hard today, John. Whoop.
What's the diff?
6?
6. There was a flare of glamour there.
Ooh. Because it sounded like anyway. It sounded
Yeah.
like an actual, like a full oath.
Yeah.
So I was curious. Okay. Thank you.
Now listen,
So,
I do this just because I know that I'm coming at you with not the best first impression. But all that I ask is that now you're honest with me.
Marcus claims that the spider wouldn't do any harm.
You can kill the spider, or you can study it, but I wouldn't let it go.
I'm trying to remember if this is out of character. I'm trying to remember because I feel like we rolled to see if he was telling the truth.
Yeah, and we
And he
sensed
wasn't
that
lying.
It was, yeah, exactly.
So I'm trying to figure out how that could have been. Are there
I don't know.
like
I have no idea.
That he was lying.
Maybe he had a
like
higher.
when he said the spider wouldn't do any
Yeah.
harm? We
Yeah.
rolled
Oh,
and
oh.
determined
But-
that he wasn't lying. So
Yeah.
I just want to make
So
sure.
us.
we
So-
sensed that we thought so, but he might have had a higher
Yeah.
score or whatever.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to check.
So there's only one foolproof way in your group currently to know if somebody is lying.
Hey.
Because you guys can get any number of successes, and if I
Mhm.
beat your successes,
Mhm.
but Braum doesn't roll against me, he just rolls against their pool. And if he gets successes, he knows beyond a doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just call me Brahmy Lie Detector. Brahmy Weather. All right.
Perfect.
We should keep it,
We'll see.
just in case.
We'll see.
Poreic, you have been honest with us. We should tell you what we know to a certain extent. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm saying simply because it seems like we're trying to do our best to dilute the information that's out there as much as
have
possible.
an appointment within the hour. If you guys want a lift, we should probably get going shortly.
All right. Then I suppose this meeting will have to wait. Poreic, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, Sir Braum. You're in trying times.
Would that we weren't.
Until next time.
I will no doubt be calling you. I think we will have questions at a later date.
You could also call me if you're just looking for a pint. I don't have that many friends here in Montreal.
I do like going out for a pint. Sometimes Claude draws his a little short.
I also promise that I won't be stabbing anybody if they don't deserve it. Listen, I instructed me friends to dump him back at his house. He'll spend a few days where he won't quite remember anything, and then eventually I'm sure that someone's going to come along and re-enchant him. And he'll have to remember that he can't cross me.
Indeed.
But that he should try to cross us.
No, we weren't in. We had just said goodbye when this happened, but that would
Might be a bit
complicate
of a coincidence.
matters. Considering I said I'd do something for him.
Well, we'll certainly see.
I'm getting up to leave.
Thank you again. It's nice to meet someone
He-
honest.
So you see Poreic stand automatically as soon as Sophia stands.
She's used to it, I'm sure.
She is.
I'm gonna take my poke to go and head back towards the car.
Let me pay for this, and I'll see you another time, yes?
Of course.
You'll be welcome at our next festival.
Shit.
Uh, And what festival would that be?
Insert next festival, but I don't know offhand.
Santana?
Maybe.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Carlos Santana. I love that guy. He plays the guitar real well.
No, wait, is Santana
Because
the...
there's like Midwinter's Night, but that's not a major holiday.
It's
I
the
don't
Christmas
know
one.
offhand.
Wouldn't
That's
Samhain be-
Midwinter's.
Yule.
It's not a party. Yule.
It's just called Yule.
Oh, it's not a party. Okay, I see.
Yule. If we're in town and hosting, you'll be welcome at Yule.
I'll be there with bells on.
How festive.
I will hold you to that, yes.
Oath.
Both bound for bells. Yeah.
And then to the car.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'm going to take these documents to the Duke to see if he has any insight as to there being a forgery. These two can join me if they want, or I can ditch them somewhere.
Will you
Yeah.
just remind people as to what those documents were?
So we have the letter from Thala, which is from, in theory, the Duchess, that says that they have permission to search the Spark. However, it's signed in a way that isn't standard to someone of that station. And then we have an old letter that Sophia found in Zister's office that is signed in the more typical matter. So I intend to bring those and maybe ask the Duke if he has other letters from the Duchess to see if she always signs it one way and this one is different.
All right.
Since none of us seemed particularly good at discerning forgeries.
Nope.
Froggeries.
I'm just pleased I can read.
It's really a step up. No. Will I go with you? Yeah, Sir Zeron's probably there. I'm gonna...
We were there like 3 hours ago.
It's true, eh?
Okay. If they're doing that,
Yeah.
I'm going to put a proposition forward and feel free to say no. I was hoping I could do some reverie-ing, but like not role play it out, because that would take time that we don't have. But I'm hoping I could like roll for it. My target being going back to Grumpy's, like the waitress there,
And doing what?
trying to get some glamour, trying
Nice.
to get my glamour
Well,
on.
she likes American Gods.
Yeah. But
And
like I'm
something
not
else.
interested in like playing it all out, because that would just take time. And
I'm interested in playing it all out because I think John's lame, and
Okay.
I don't like playing with him.
you guys
I get
clearly
it.
have more important things to do. I just want glamour back.
Nice.
All right, so what you're gonna need is to roll manipulation empathy.
Great, we're leaving you here. You can take
Sweet.
a cab.
Bye.
6 is your difficulty.
Right,
So-
shotgun, you're smoking. I got one arm like on the,
On the roof. That's
on
like
the
my
roof.
favorite way.
We're playing like the theme from The Sopranos or something. I don't know.
You woke up this morning?
Yep. Got myself. Okay. Sorry.
Not Patches' jam at all.
Nope. How'd it go, Liz?
I got 2 successes.
Oh, my bad. You're actually supposed to roll perception kenning difficulty 8.
Jesus.
Oh. And that's the one that tells you how long it's going to take?
Yeah, that's one that says how long it's gonna take.
Right.
So hopefully, like, not
Down?
2 weeks.
That is
too
1
much.
success.
It'll
Oh.
take you a month.
Oh.
Fabulous. I lay some groundwork. I'll be back.
Oh my god! So like, I have to
Oh.
say, I really like street art,
It
and
was so great talking to you, but I have to go. I'll be back next week.
it's great.
Bye.
Bye.
Good thing ravaging is easier.
Patches and Braum, when you arrive at Heart's Light, you're greeted by Squire Jonas.
Jeez, Cat, what are you doing? Ah, you aren't happy. That's fine. Get off of me. Thank you.
Lord, cat.
Oh,
Sorry.
she was like between my legs on the edge of the chair, and I was like, okay, you're being weird. And then she moved her like claws onto my knee. I was like, why?
But why would you do this?
Ugh. Okay, sorry. You were saying when we get
You were
to
greeted by Squire Jonas.
Oh, hi, Jonas.
I'm sorry to be taking up so much of the Duke's time. I promise I will be better about this.
The Duke's got a lot of time.
Apparently, to go golfing.
Well,
he said he would be back
I don't think that's
Yeah.
necessarily a bad thing, is it? That
No.
he is allowed to have his free time that he spends as he chooses.
Absolutely. Golfing is just something that takes time, so that is a way to demonstrate that you have time. That's all. No judgment.
Anyway, how can I help?
I've been in contact with him. He said he'd be back within the hour. We just have a matter that we think he might be able to help us with.
You'll be able to find him in his study.
Thank you.
Patches, do you feel all right speaking to him on your own? I will take my leave of you.
Sure, if you don't feel the need to join me.
No, I would. I'll see if Sir Zeron is downstairs. I can speak more with
I'll meet
you.
you outside.
Perfect.
As I recall, the weather was quite nice in that week of October.
Mm-hmm.
So, which of us goes first? Rock, paper, scissors.
Patches.
Hmm.
Duke looks up.
I promise not to make a habit of taking up so much of your time.
Don't make promises you can't keep. This is the life of a freeholder, Patches. You start falling into the system.
Unfortunately, while we were speaking to you last, someone saw fit to make their way into our freehold. Not through the front door. They claim, and I'd like pull out the letter, to have permission from the Duchess. However, signature is a little odd compared to another letter we have from her, from the Solicitor's office. Do you happen to have other letters from her? Have you ever seen her sign it this way? Sophia mentioned that that's not normal. I'm not a official document kind of girl.
No, it isn't. I can't say that I'm very good at detecting forgeries, but that isn't how she signs her name.
So you can say that you don't recall ever seeing her sign something that way?
I would say that this would be suspect.
Do you have
may
anyone
have to-
in the office that knows about these things?
You may have to take it up with the Duchess directly.
That's what we were thinking.
Is the freehold secure?
At the moment. But
Anything?
do I know that they use Wayfair? Like, is that the kind of thing that I would
It's
know?
pretty...
Okay. They were able to use Wayfair to get in. So, at this point, I have to consider it not secure ever. And so our guest has moved and won't be staying there any longer.
If you do decide to go to Quebec City, let me know. And I'll see if I can spare a couple of people to keep an eye on the freehold now and then.
Much appreciated. I do have every confidence in our occupants. They are dedicated, and Incisor was doing quite a good job of holding down the fort. But more help will always be appreciated. That was all I really needed.
It's
I hope I didn't just pull you away from your activities. But at the time of my first communication, I thought things might be a bit more dire. I was able to prevent them from taking our guest, which was a stroke of luck.
A stroke of luck to trade for a stroke off my game. Fine.
golf, Liz. Golf. Guys,
I was there too. It's okay.
get your mind out of safeguard.
Never.
Stick on the stroke talk.
No. Ow.
You play hockey in the winter? I've heard that golf and hockey use the same muscles and skills or something. I don't know. I'm not much one for
Sport.
these
No,
sports.
I don't play hockey, I'm afraid.
My offer still stands for the shooting practice.
Perhaps when things have calmed down.
Absolutely. We most likely will be going to Quebec City. We just have to figure out when, make sure that we prepare.
You'll
Oh,
find
that's
it more
right.
difficult to get time with the Duchess than it will be to get time with me.
Of course. I hadn't thought of that. Thank you. We should make an appointment.
Oh boy.
Do this officially. Rather than just Julian. Thank you
Of
for your
course.
time. Is there a way I can reach you more directly, or should I just stick to the number I have?
Why do you want to be able to reach me more directly?
You're right. It's alright. It's no secret. This was fine.
Yeah, boy.
You have my number if you ever change your mind.
I believe I asked you a question.
Oh shit.
I didn't make a statement.
The matter of which we spoke earlier isn't quite what should be shared through other ears. But seeing as we are working to resolve that matter, perhaps it's not necessary to be able to contact you without other eyes. And
May I see your phone? Takes the phone and he... Is it unlocked?
I would have unlocked it, yes.
And no, he asks,
Yes.
even if he did, and he pokes at it, and it's clear that he's not terribly good at this. And he
Oh, he just went down in my books. Swipe to the add contact thing and hand it back to him.
puts a phone number in, and he just passes it back. It has no name or anything like that. He just puts the phone number in.
I'll do my best not to abuse this privilege. I don't want to ruin a good thing.
I believe the privilege is mine.
She blushes.
It's pretty impressive.
I'm afraid I have work to do.
Absolutely. Thank you. Past 2 days. And she slips out of the room.
Jumps out the window.
A small, uncomfortable cough emanates from the corner of the room.
And Braum.
Oh, no, you did not.
mouse.
Yeah.
You know what, huh?
Good thing.
Would you like
Eric
some
Wynn's little
dinner
mouse
and
Puka is
maybe
always
some
in the
sex?
corner just going,
Excuse me?
Or like sex and maybe some dinner.
Not tonight, Kung Fu. Not tonight.
"Not
Gotta play it cool.
We are
You
way
are
beyond
supposed
playing.
to text them within like.
Braum!
You slept together 3 times in a dungeon, dude. I think you're past
It wasn't
playing
in the
it cool.
dungeon. It was in the bedroom next to the balefire.
Zeron, excuse my
Sex swing is
friends.
at her apartment. Excuse
I'm
me.
glad that you're here in a totally platonic context.
Speaking of which,
Platonic. Oh shit!
I'm sorry. I seem to have misplaced all my pants.
All of them.
No, yeah. So Zeron, greetings.
I don't suppose you can just stay away that long, can you?
Never. It truly is. It's truly something to be in the presence of one who is so skilled. Really.
It's funny, I was just thinking I might say the same thing to you. What can I do for you today? Again.
So Zeron, 2 things, one of a business nature and the other more personal. Business first, of course, as always.
Business before pleasure, I understand.
We will. We will. Why not both? Wow, 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 wow.
Fade to black.
Don't actually do it.
Get
no.
so sexy.
We're presumably within the next few weeks, or as soon as we can. My motley, I suppose you could call us, in a manner of speaking, will be off to visit the Duchess Eloise. I will be writing to her to request an audience formally. And I was wondering if I might count on your signature as a petitioner as well. Now, if you're unable to accompany us on this journey itself, I would understand, but...
You're asking me to join you in a quest?
No, at least, yes, or at least to put your name down on the paper for added weight.
I wouldn't know if my name carried more weight than yours, but I'd be glad to sign anything that you would like me to do.
Why don't you sign this
There's
blank paper?
significance.
And I'll fill in the rest.
I, Sir Zaron, declare that Braum is the best.
The best. Well, I haven't drawn anything up yet, but
Just have it sent along. Jonas will make sure that it makes its way to me.
thank you. Thank you, Sir Zaron. I appreciate it. And perhaps if we are in need of accompaniment, another noble such as yourself, maybe you would like to come with us. Although then
It's
I
been a
would have
while
to-
since I've paid my respects to the good Duchess. Besides,
Is she? A good Duchess. I hope I'm not out of line in asking this.
no. Of course you're not out of line. It's just... she's enigmatic. Your
Always.
honor and virtue is written across your face, plain as day. And while I know that she should be considered someone of great repute, there are times where I find it difficult to crack that exterior, if you know what I mean.
I think I do. I've never been one for the subtleties of court politics, although I do think I've begun to understand them. Enigmatic. Thank you. That'll keep me on my toes.
You had pleasure to discuss as well?
Not pleasure. Personal. So, Zaron, at the risk of bringing up some sort of traumatic memory, do you know a woman? Oh boy, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask. Do you know a woman by the name of Fala El Haib? El Aib.
I can't say that I do.
Can I roll for that, please?
Yes, you can.
Thanks, bro.
You're rolling against a pool of 6.
That was 4 successes.
He's telling you the truth.
Fuck yeah. Thanks, buddy. Oh, this is Zaron. We're like Sir Bayron.
God damn it.
I'll try harder next time. Well, I was hoping you might know, but thank you all the same. People keep showing up claiming to know who I am. I'm imagining a scenario where you're all connected in some sort of giant family portrait. That's all.
You never quite get used to fame. You're a warrior like I am.
What do you mean, fame?
You're a knight. You're of House Gwydion. Red Branch. Those sorts of things carry with you. And you'll find that others who understand the same life that you do move through the world recognizable. And even if they don't know who you are, they think they do. Simply because you have a word added to your name.
I think I understand. It just makes me nervous. Like I've arrived at court and everyone is pointing and whispering because I've forgotten to adjust my cape just so.
Your honor comes from your deeds, not your clothes, not the right words to describe somebody falling out of your mouth. your eyes, the strength of your arm, the swiftness of your feet. But most of all, the intentions in your heart. Don't let anybody, especially Kenwyn, take that away from you.
I clasp him on the arm and like shake his hand. I don't think Kenwyn could take anything away from either of us, even if he tried.
Good man.
Well, that's all, Sir Zeron. I'll send along that letter once it's written.
Hey, look, there's a knocker falling out of a window.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh.
Just,
I thought I backed
just
out the
jumped
door.
right out of the Duke's office.
I backed out of the door into the hallway.
Oh, yeah, it was a window, but oh
Oh, I had other plans on that floor.
no! Oh shit, really?
Yeah,
Oh shit. Didn't realize
I'm
that.
gonna check out the spot where I was told to drop the spider.
Ooh,
Which is near a bedroom
I'm done.
by the kitchen. So I want to check out the bedroom and the kitchen.
West Wing? Something West Wing?
I took the note
It
and
would
my
be the
notes
West
are not
Wing.
with me.
I'll see you later, Braum.
Farewell, Sir Zeron. I'll see you again soon.
All right. You're back in the car.
Is there nothing of note in the bedroom and kitchen near where I was told to drop the spider? No.
There's a
Does
bedroom.
the bedroom seem to be that of the Duke? No?
It's just a spare bedroom.
On my way.
fucking weird.
out, be like,
Sorry.
You just leave the spider there anyway.
no. Jonas, if a dignitary was coming from out of town and asked to stay here, would there be room for them?
Of course. There are several rooms here that are made available.
Are there any coming in the near future that you know of?
None that I'm at liberty to disclose, I'm afraid.
If there are any, you may want to keep an extra eye on their safety. It's just a whiff of something, but there may be trouble intended here.
You don't have any other information?
No, unfortunately, someone said something that made it sound like they had intent to cause harm to someone.
All right.
Okie doke.
Thank you for all your help. I'm sure
Of course.
I'll be seeing you again. You're welcome at all of our festivities at the Spark.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good evening.
Peace.
Out
Now
the
we're back in the
window.
car.
And now where are you going?
Back to my place, I guess, unless Braum. Okay, so I
I'll
don't
swing
think
by the
we're.
A&W on the way. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Fuck yes. Is there
Yeah.
one there now? I mean, they've been opening one at every metro station. There wasn't
Pretty
one
much,
there, so there
actually.
probably will be now.
You
Build a what?
A&W?
A&W?
No, it's Patch.
There's a Mac
Patch's place, but you're.
Do you? I don't think we're gonna head out of town tonight.
No.
By the sound of things, we actually need to try to schedule a visit with the Duchess. So, you guys probably don't need to stay at my place. Or we probably aren't going on a road trip tonight.
That's right.
Great. So we don't need to get you a change of clothes. Still coming back to my place?
Sure, just to maybe regroup. Where did you go? I don't remember where you went.
I can alter where I'm going depending on what.
Oh,
You
because you
had a-
finished the.
I
you
didn't
did?
say where I was going.
Yeah,
I
I
did
didn't
my
think
thing.
so.
Maybe.
I'm taking a cab back to wherever
Blank.
is convenient for me to take the cab back to.
Text.
Lot.
The lot is
Back to my place.
fluid. Back to your place? Yeah, great. See you there.
That way we can make sure little one has not eaten herself.
What?
She
Is that
started
even
with the
possible?
tail
Oh,
and kept going.
sounds like a paradox.
Yep.
No, I will, unless of course the Lady Sophia would like to, I'll write the letter petitioning the Duchess for a visit at her earliest possible
Is there
convenience.
any way to phone her office? I mean, we basically have the Duke confirmed that the letter we have is signed peculiarly. I feel like if we could speak to her, or even one of her assistants, and basically say, hey, we have a letter that seems extremely suspicious. Maybe you want to know that people are going around forging your signature. By the way, we also want to speak to you either way. But I don't know, you're the
I would just be cautious.
formal
of-
noble. You.
Yes, I was given a title at some point.
And it's probably led you to pay more attention to how court works.
I've picked up a few things here and there. I think we can ask the Lady Sophia, but
Are we still alive?
Oh,
Yeah, we seem fine.
I just think it might be worthwhile for us to be cautious, meet with her privately, and see what we can suss out about her state of mind. I assume
I guess so.
nothing has happened to her. But
True. I guess it is possible that she has been compromised. I wasn't thinking that. Wise. Like you've picked up some things in your lifetime. Who'd have thunk?
who would have thunk? Sorry. And then we ride in silence. I think back to the.
I'm probably gonna burn a few orange lights rather than stopping.
Oh shit, Patrick. We're not even in a rush. You're like,
no,
fuck
she's
this.
like, yeah. No,
Taking like alleyways and
she's
shit.
in the mood to get where the fuck she's
Would you
going.
say she has a need for speed?
Point.
Wham. Wait. Yeah, I don't know if Sophia necessarily has anything to kind of contribute to the conversation, but we're all heading back to Patches to see if little one is still alive and okay and there. And I'm going to suggest calling or writing to petition the Duchess for a visit.
Was this just all spoken to me?
Yes.
In character?
Yes.
More or less.
Wonderful.
Are you up to speed?
Sure.
No?
I think so.
We're considering contacting the Duchess.
Right. And how much are you planning to reveal in the petition?
Patches motions to say, hey, it looks like someone's forged a letter giving them permission to get into our freehold. Did you actually sign this? Either way, we would like to speak to you.
I think the less that is said, not in person, the better.
All right, we'd like to speak to you.
We'd like to speak to you.
Your loyal
At
subjects.
your earliest convenience?
Mhm.
That way we can sort of imply that we would like that soon,
Absolutely.
but without being rude or demanding.
Lady Sophia, I'm not
Burst
sure
through
if
the
you'd
door.
like to make the call. I'm happy to as well.
I would be delighted.
That
And,
way we can check on little one.
Seeing, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna check the fridge in the bathroom and like when we're in, which we all will be. Look for little one. See how she's doing. And since we don't seem to be leaving tonight, I mean, you're welcome to stay, but
Thank you, Patch. It's very kind of you.
assume the comfort of your own bed would be preferable.
I would very much like that.
I mean, well, if you're ever interested.
At least my overnight bag is all packed.
Yeah. Honestly, we should probably be good about keeping those packed and ready.
Do you think we'll need to run off at a moment's notice?
Who knows?
It depends on how long we'll have to wait for an audience with the Duchess.
And
I'll call her as soon as I get back.
And we're just gonna check in on little one,
Yep.
John, make sure that she's chilling on the bed or in the tub or whatever.
wherever she may be. Grand.
When you get back to the apartment, as you open the door, you can hear scrabbling of claws in your bathtub.
God, I have a dog.
And then she skids out the bathroom door and then bumps against the opposite wall in the hallway.
Mhm.
And then kind of comes up and starts butting the two of you with her head.
Oh boy.
Pull the door closed behind us.
I think I'm still with you guys. I haven't
Mhm.
left yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
If you
I
want to
can
be.
give you guys a lift back to wherever.
Oh, thank you, Patches.
Do you have fun? I wonder if dragons can ever actually talk.
I certainly have never heard of a dragon mastering the English language. I've certainly heard tales of dragons who speak in their own language. Isn't that right? You have your own language, don't you?
It does. Hungry, and I walk over towards the fridge and see if she follows.
She manages to collide with another couple of walls, but
And she and Skag would get along so well. I say to these two.
Yeah.
Oh, we should get them
Well, hand it to her. So what do we do with her until our audience? Keep her here? I can't guarantee that we weren't followed and that people don't know where I live.
Of course. It's a difficult situation because obviously she can't. If she stays with me, that's a little too close.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to take it in shifts. If she's here, of course, you and I will be working sometimes.
I'll visit her
Absolutely.
at least once a day while you're both at work.
Sure. Can I get my
Maybe
spare key?
I could ask Marnie. Oh, thank you.
If you really think you can trust her,
I
then
don't
do
know
so.
who we can trust
I know.
anymore.
I know. What about our new friend,
Mm.
Poreic? How do you properly pronounce Poreic?
Poreic.
Poreic.
I think that he doesn't mean us harm, but I think that where we are right now, everybody we meet is not telling us everything that they know.
The more
And
leaks,
at the moment,
worse.
that is doing us more harm than
Yeah.
good.
A little scratch under the
So, Marnie, I'm not sure. But I trust her more than I trust the ones who broke in the other day.
chin.
So, you know.
Obviously.
I would be all right with that, but of course, this is not my home.
Besides, she's from out of town.
I have a nice big couch.
If we'd prefer to move the little one to my home, I wouldn't mind her there. Or Marnie, for that matter.
If that would be preferable. Ah.
That's really not... Okay, okay.
Too late.
No,
All
no,
right.
no. Mind has gone there.
No, it's too late. It's too late.
Yep.
Only if that would be preferable, of course.
We have options.
Let's have things here until it gets unmanageable, and then we'll move to somewhere a bit more convenient.
At least this place is spacious enough for little one to fly around if she ever starts flying.
That is
She
something
will
my home
start
does not.
flying soon, won't she?
she doesn't start flying. She does, however, manage to wrap herself around Sophia's legs and then promptly falls asleep on her feet.
Now
I'm
pat her
gonna-
a little bit.
Bring our bundles over to the coffee table and be like, well, let's not let these go to waste.
Oh,
And we're
Not a
going to
bad
have
idea.
a pleasant picnic on the couch.
Impromptu
Is there
picnic!
anything
Impromptu
we have
picnic!
to discuss other than this? Or
No, I don't think so. I think it's just
yep.
You're gonna call. the
Yeah, so maybe
Duchess.
while we're eating, I will just step aside and make the call now.
Make the call.
Yes, hello.
Sorry.
We bonjour, more like. But anyway.
What is the name of our kingdom again? Like our duchy, sorry?
This is the county of Cross's Shadow
Mm.
that we
Right.
live in.
Okay.
The Duchy of Many Rivers.
And the Duchy of Many Rivers.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yes, hello. This is the Lady Sophia. I'm calling on behalf of the freehold, the Spark, until recently under the care of Sister Flex. And
Yes, I'm aware of you, Lady Sophia. Is there anything that I can do to help you?
yes, myself, Sir Braum, and Patches, the freehold's freeholders? The freehold
The Spark's
caretakers.
freeholders?
The Spark's freeholders would very much appreciate an audience with the Duchess Eloise. As soon as possible.
Currently, she has space on her calendar in approximately 4 weeks.
There's no possibility of anything sooner.
Lady Sophia, as I'm sure you are aware, everybody asks that question, and I give all the accommodations that I can possibly give.
Of course.
I'm going for limit. I don't.
Of course, and I rudely didn't even ask your name. I'm so sorry about that.
I'm not important.
You are very important at this moment.
No, I'm not.
I'd like to know who to thank in person when we arrive.
My name's Chucky.
Chucky. Well, Chucky, it's a pleasure. Lovely to meet you over the phone.
I told you I'm not important. I just answered the phones.
You are very important, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. We look forward to seeing you and Her Grace in 4 weeks' time.
I can slot you in November 2nd.
November 2nd is lovely. Chucky, you've been very helpful today.
Will you be requiring accommodations?
We wouldn't want to impose, but if there is extra space, we would certainly appreciate it.
As I'm sure you're aware, we can make sure you have accommodations set up in the Chateau Frontenac.
We'll be taking those.
That would be lovely, Chucky.
You're sure there's nothing else that I can do for you right now?
Well, I know that if I have any questions, I know who I'll be calling.
Yeah, you'll probably get Chucky.
Have a wonderful rest of the day, Chucky. Until next time. That's not me.
Maniacal laugh.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. Look it up.
Funky neck? Front neck? Oh, you
Funky
guys
rack.
are so cute.
Oh, funky
It's
yak.
so normal to
That
us.
is a
You're like
real
Chateau
place,
front
actually.
neck. You're like, what
Front
the
neck.
fuck does that mean?
The earliest we could get is November 2nd. Plus side, we're in town for Samhain.
Time to prepare.
We need to have a party. I have to call Talus.
Do people host parties for Samhain?
It would be a smaller, more intimate gathering than penance.
So no stages.
No stages.
Great, so we'll pack those up.
I thought the cleanup crew did that.
Oh yeah. We'll make sure they're nicely stored.
I'm not sure that I would like many people in the freehold for Samhain.
No, of course. Just,
Us and people we know and trust.
yes.
And if you need to be out with your children, we'll understand if you need to be absent.
Just early in the evening.
It's true.
Are you taking them trick-or-treating?
Yes.
Have they decided what they want to be yet?
Aren't your kids a little old to have to be taken trick-or-treating by their father?
The 12-year-old's still able to go.
Yes!
The 14-year-old is a little, yeah. Oh, thank you, John. You're right. I was like, oh yeah, they're like little kids. Nope, I said it myself.
Because, I can help you out if they want something crazy. Which boys at that age might.
That's true. Actually, you might be able to. My younger wanted to go as Doctor Strange this year. And, well, he doesn't quite have the facial hair for it.
Oh, that can be drawn on easily. But I guess I should be careful about making the cape too accurate to the film.
Yes.
But I can get something mundane going.
That would be ideal. I'd rather not have questions raised about where
Battery
this cape came
pack,
from.
switch it on, flutters a little, nothing too fancy, but still really cool. Yeah.
That would be very interesting. Thank you.
I like meander over to one of my, my drafting table or my soldering table and start sketching some things up and grabbing some parts out of various bins and compartments. Her place may get messy, but she also has bins for fucking everything. Like her staircase, under her staircase, she has customized
Just, like,
bins and
everywhere.
stuff.
Nice.
Bins for fucking everything. I was just impressed.
Rock wall, harness that she can unclip and use for other things. Look,
The harness or the rock wall?
both.
Both.
Yes.
Yoga mat underneath.
Yeah. Oh.
On that note, I'll be leaving.
What? You don't want to hang around while you dial the Duke?
Dial D for Duke.
Yes. Or dial Duke for D.
That's definitely more what you meant, I think. Dial 1-800-D-D-D-Duke.
Sorry, John. We're just having our own game right here.
Yeah,
Bye,
sorry,
guys.
John. We're ready. We're back.
No, that's fine. In fact, this is actually probably the best time
Ah.
for us to take a short break.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm all-
Oh, you'd be surprised, Annie. You'd be surprised. I might be surprised too. Bye, John. Oh, he left.
Peace.
So how do we think that went? A little less awkward than I anticipated.
Surprisingly okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody died. Dial Duke for D.
Duke.
It's so
You-
hard for us to trust anyone.
I know. Like the clerk was like, "Are you doing this just because how I look?" I'm like, "Oh fuck, no! I totally forgot that."
No, it's just because we've had a really bad
like,
week.
Yeah, and
A
other
really
people
bad
are like,
48 hours.
"Yeah,
Oh my god.
hasn't even been 48. Like 5 a.m. tomorrow is going to be a 48."
Oh.
Yeah, we gotta sleep.
I mean, it's still afternoon or something, which is why we went for poke. I'm like, isn't it like 4 p.m.? Well, poke's good anytime.
Poke's great.
Poke's
We
so
went to
good.
Grumpy's at like 3.
Yeah, that's because we're fucking
Witnessed
cool.
a murder. I
That
mean,
is pretty
like,
cool.
What
our
else?
day is
Technically
taking a
witnessed
weird
the
turn.
Yeah, Aragorn, do you think we offended John? Really, just like and dashed, man.
I think he had to pee.
Or
Sorry,
his
Kung
food
Fu,
on, or-
we should have been.
No, we're gonna be in a cool city. Burn. Just kidding. We're gonna be.
I
in
mean,
a
that's the
cooler,
thing.
A cooler
Quebec
city.
is the oldest
I like Quebec City.
city in Canada. There's,
Well,
people that claim
larger.
St. John's, but they didn't join Canada till later. And
Oh,
I
that's
don't
a
know,
good
there
one,
are like
actually.
some things, but officially Quebec City is the oldest city.
And I
It's
have
400
some jelly bellies.
409 now?
What? Oh,
She
jelly.
wants jelly bellies. She wants jellies in her bellies.
Everyone
Jellies
from
in-
Europe is like, my home is older than.
Yes, I know. Thank you,
Ooh,
Aragorn.
happy Halloween!
Actually, I
Oh.
should be raising this for like circulation or
Oh, that's a good
whatever,
idea.
Do you mean
or reduce falling.
the fight? Nice Kung Fu. Do you mean the fight that was like,
Lightning
Patches
gun to
shot
the
it.
face, yeah.
and then it flew away? Because that happened in the big field outside of Heart's Light.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so if you look at Heart's Light on our page, on our website, there's the street view. So you can just zoom out a little and see what it looks like.
yeah, it's sort of like it's like a lawn in front of
It's
the building,
a
essentially. but
super
it's, like, quite
fancy
large.
city hall, big
What a
old
city.
castle style. Back.
I think we're gonna go to all the our Montreal haunts. at some point.
No, I'm just she had the zombie and it made me think to
For
elevate
sure,
my
since
arm.
we're on
Hey, thanks,
break, so
Lou
if
and
you do
Faye.
want it.
Thank you though.
You're welcome.
Did you guys give them the where the dragon fight was?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Call 1-8.
outside Westmount City Hall.
188. Do 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 do.
I have my phone on me.
Oh boy.
Let me. I'll
Hello.
be back in a
What do you
second with
have
something
back
clever
there?
that's in my
It's
head.
kind of sharing Kate and I right now.
It was sharing me and Liz before.
It's pretty sweet.
Dice, you're getting worse. Guys, you were supposed to be my first string.
Oh, please.
So are we ready to progress?
I think we are.
Yes.
All right. So it is Samhain.
With you, Jessica. Yeah. Whoa! It's the 31st of October.
Is that how you pronounce October?
Yeah.
Yes, John. It's how I pronounce Octobre.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
What, the ass scanner? Or are you? Or me? Oh, yeah. Probably me. Let's be real. Oh, it's really nice.
All right.
385-3853.
Duke.
Fuck Duke.
Fuck.
PK Duke.
Fuck, Duke.
Sorry, guys.
We're ready to get down.
Ready to go back to sewing. In the meantime, Patches has absolutely called the Duke, and if he was up for it, when someone wasn't in her apartment, would have. We'll deal with it in a bonus session,
Huh. You need to?
possibly.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
Damn, son. 3
Might-
hours.
It might
Hey,
require
that's
some
6 feet.
explaining. Oh, yeah, that makes much
you
more.
missed a
that
word.
Makes much more sense. Accidentally a word. Sorry, guys.
All right. Well, it is the day of Samhain. For people who are in the chat who may not know, Samhain is October 31st, and it is the day that traditionally the Unseelie rule half of the year, and then the Seelie rule half of the year. Now that no longer really takes place. Now it's kind of just back and forth as to who rules an area, and there isn't necessarily a change. But Captain Daff, I think that it's possible that Twitch is experiencing a whole bunch of issues, to be honest.
I don't know, every day I see a new, their Twitch support being like, sorry, we're looking at these 10 bugs. Okay, we fixed them. Oh wait, there are more. I feel like they're changing a lot of things and breaking a lot of things and fixing a lot of things.
I will actually give you one enthusiastic thumbs up to the person who can actually identify what this song is.
Quick, Scott, crank it.
Yep.
Crankin.
I don't hear it.
Yep.
Never mind.
Maybe we should turn it down before. No points for us.
Explodes.
He specifically muted the music for us or something.
No, it's just in a quiet part. On October 31st, however, changelings are encouraged to give in to their unseelie nature for a night. One of the interesting parts about Samhain, though, is that when you wake up the following morning, changelings do not remember what occurred the night before. All I've seen is the gang taking Poreic to Poke. You win, Annie. It is the theme for Killer Instinct.
Nice.
And see, Liz even salutes you with wine.
Right.
Totally.
Salutes with wine.
They do not have memories of what occurred. Vague, fleeting memories occasionally, but it isn't remembered as such. Now, one thing that I should point out is that doing something extremely blatant, shall we say, doesn't tend to work out the way that people want. The dreaming has ways of making sure that you can't just use everybody's amnesia to get away with murder constantly. So a slightly nicer stool. So did you organize an intimate Samhain evening?
I think so. Something small, and it just takes place in the exhaust. A lot of candles, some mulled wine, some cider, some
bobbing for apples.
apple pie.
That can be
pumpkin
just out in the
pie. How you
Bunch
can
of
walk.
apples in the lake.
You can walk around outside,
Yes.
and they're like very intricately carved.
But also the floating stuff.
Jack-o'-lanterns and things, because she's going to borrow a little bit from how
the humans do it.
In the period of time that you have between the 5th and the 31st, the following things are true.
Okay.
That was not what I meant. The following things are true. Little one, as it were, is uncontested, as it were. She gets just a little bit bigger over the course of the month, but not in such a way that it's terribly noticeable. But once or twice, she snatches food off of unattended plates. But only never vegetables or grains.
Meat.
Cold meats.
Or
Meats,
hot.
dairy, and fruits.
Make sure to give her a bit of a scolding when she does it around me, because I'm like, no, you have to be given the food. And I give her like little
Bad
tap on the
chimerical
snout.
dragon.
But it is perhaps an indication that she is looking for more than just milk to drink now.
Yeah. So I make sure to start buying her food.
Just put some meat shavings into the milk.
Hello, where is your dragon section?
No, I cook myself food and I make a little extra.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, here.
Who is specifically invited to this Samhain celebration, Sophia?
I'm thinking, well, us, the other members of the Freehold,
Mhm.
Marnie, Sir Zaron. I mean, the Duke if he wants to, but I doubt it.
The Duke sends his regards, but will be unable to attend Samhain this evening.
That's cool. Kaylee, she's interested, and I can't think of anyone else.
Hog?
Poreic.
Oh no, Con
Wait,
should
no,
not
no.
come
Oh,
to a
yeah, you're
celebration.
Yeah,
And
no, he should go out
Poreic?
trick-or-treating
Yeah,
with
we'll
his
invite
human
Poreic
friends.
if he wants to. Sure, why not?
Why not? Con?
He's a child, and she's gonna get
We're not-
cray cray.
No, we're not gonna all just like start getting naked and waving
We're all
our
gonna
bombs
lose
around.
it.
Like,
You
it's
know.
not-
I'm sorry. Half is like the ways to bunk.
Actually,
Every single spell you just get naked has to be your bunk.
God
This
damn
is
it,
actually a good
Scott.
point.
I mean-
Someone's gonna want to cast something and
I don't-
decide to bunk.
I don't know what Halloween parties you guys go to, but like people come in costume and they leave with nothing.
People come in this much costume anyway,
That's
so
actually a good point. Ew, by the
I
way.
would feel a lot more comfortable if the child was not present.
great.
at
The
our
child
party.
isn't invited.
Although you did
Wait,
say
hold
that
on.
he was welcome at the Spark anytime.
Yes. So
Yeah,
if
sure,
he
I mean, if he
if he
just
shows up, he's welcome.
We're gonna give him the
Um,
kitty room. Brightly colored playthings.
He's
Yeah.
also like 15. He's not like 9.
The cape for your son has a little switch that makes like the cape will wave on its own when he
Yeah.
turns it on.
I bet he freaking loves it.
Yeah. It looks super boss.
Although he's probably like, whatever, Dad. We'll talk.
What, you bought this off of like Amazon? Sure.
I'll
Cheap China knockoff.
I get a little teary-eyed.
Single tear.
It's actually magical. Well, let's bonus session. But yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the following people accept your invitation. Everybody, save the Duke and Kaylee. The Duke sends his regards. Kaylee, however, doesn't answer.
Maybe she's from somewhere else.
Okay.
It depends on how actually, I suppose it depends on how you sent the invitation.
I
By carrier pigeon?
I don't know how Kaylee and I had exchanged contact information. I'm not sure what would have been.
Probably she would have given you a post office box.
So that's what I would have sent it to.
So then you get no response.
Sad. Yes, we invited Poreic. Don't worry, Kung Fu.
All right.
Oh, look, a nice little gathering, Liz.
We're waving our dongs around.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Hap, hap.
Over your head? Well,
Helicopter.
They don't call it the propeller for nothing.
they don't.
And Sizer says that she's going to be a little late because she's working at a haunted house.
Fuck yeah.
She'd be so good. Too good.
Nice. I'm probably over the weekend just before Halloween have been doing makeup for people that I know, mortals that I know, for their various Halloween parties. Might also be doing some tonight. Probably made a few other costumes, accumulating a bit of extra side cash.
Yeah, I've tried to pay Patches. I don't know if she was going to accept my money or not.
I let you pay for the materials. I give you like the receipt from Fabricville.
My accountant will be very... I'm kidding. Obviously, I do my own taxes, so...
Hey, look, accountants are good at what they do. That's why they do it for a living.
So I'm just supposed to make like what? Just buy candy and sit it out? Nobody eats dinner.
Claude, we were thinking
hors d'oeuvres?
some lovely autumn-themed desserts. And I know you have a few in mind that you could do.
It's Samhain. People are going to be eating Snickers bars and getting their Skittles all shoved up their noses. I don't think anybody's going to want to have like apple pie or pumpkin whatever the fuck.
I will, Claude.
It's nice. Lattes.
PSLs, yeah.
Even Tim Hortons has them now.
By the way, you can all regain your willpower and glamour.
Hooray!
Done.
Sure I don't spend it all
In
On-
one place.
In one place.
impressing the Duke with my prowess. No? Okay.
So, fine. I'll do what you want. Do you want any food? Do you want me to get a cauldron, get my stock pock out so you can bob for apples? You know it just makes it look like you're giving a blowjob to a piece of metal, right?
Well, please. I think desserts would be
About
just
how
fine.
classy she would look doing it.
Her?
Giving it, I mean, bobbing for apples,
I
yes.
mean, bobbing for... Boy.
Are you going to have Halloween games?
God damn it, I'm having to come up with all those on the spot, guys. Somebody help.
Are you going to, are we going to sit around and light candles and tell ghost stories?
We're going to tell stories, and I think it would be appropriate to take a moment in the evening to remember those that we've lost. Because this is a time of year where the line between the living and the spirit world is considered to be very thin, almost non-existent. And I think it's right to use some of that time in remembrance.
All right, that's fair.
implode.
Braum just can't remember who was the last. Jesus Christ.
When you
Shopping party.
so when the time arrives, the time that changelings' memories start getting a little foggy is always kind of variable, but in general it begins around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the evening.
Trick-or-treating is done by heel joke.
Yeah.
At 6:30, the elevator doors open up, and Incisor is clutching two huge, like, stretching plastic bags. You know, the only disadvantage of us having an elevator is that I can't kick the door open.
Maybe we could put like a swing door in front of the elevator if you would like more dramatic entrances.
All right, so one day when I done something especially good, you'll do that. That'll be my reward. And she drops the bags on the ground, and just like full bars of like full chocolate bars just spill out of them.
That's pretty good,
Like
gotta say.
Kit Kats, Snickers.
Gonna install the hinges. Door will come with your next awesome dealing.
So I figure that it's safe if I was working at a haunted house and I collected every single candy bar that somebody left behind because they jumped out of their skin and spilled a little and ran away.
Absolutely.
Did they really spill just a little, Incisor?
You're collecting your winnings, you know? It's the scare fright tax.
Look, no kid's gonna leave that place without having more than enough sugar to keep them bouncing off the walls for the next 4 months. I didn't take it all. I'm not a cruel, heartless bitch. I'm just a cruel, heartless bitch.
I'm already like, I've already selected Milky. No, we don't have Milky Way.
My heart.
A Mars bar.
I'm gonna go take a shower so that I can get all this like latex removal stuff off my face, and I'll be right with you.
Let me know if you need help.
Thank you for your contribution. It's at what? In the shower?
I mean,
Taking
Removing
them.
the-
Oh, gotcha. Okay. No, we're good.
Sophia, how much have you had to drink already?
So much, apparently.
I'm
No.
a functioning.
Marnie kind of looks over and she very gently pulls out one packet of Skittles and then goes back to her seat, sits down, and then spills them out onto the dress that she's wearing. She's dressed up in a how do I put this? She's dressed up as, you know, like the very stereotypical like cat,
Mm-hmm.
right? So she literally just has like her nose colored and like 3 whiskers and like a bad headband with like
Yeah.
pokey ears. And so she spreads the Skittles out in her dress and she starts sorting them by color.
There.
Marnie, what are you doing? Oh, I'm not going to be there yet. It's alright. I'm going to show up much later in the evening if we
Patches.
fast forward.
I'll
Do you
get
just
back
say
to you.
your
I'm
own
trying to
name?
decide.
Do you just like walk in there and you like say your own name? Patches.
No, I was about to say what she's dressed as, but I'm changing my mind, so I'll get back to you on it. But she's there.
Sophia dressed up.
I guess if we are doing a costume party, which sure, we can do a costume party. She's gonna be...
Wait.
She's gonna be Morticia Adams because that's on my
Yes.
brain.
Yes.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Yeah, I feel like Patches would totally be the DC movie Harley Quinn that just came out.
Harley
Nice.
Quinn.
But not the Harley Quinn
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
The one that just before that. The cereal bowl that I literally have the poster of because it was free.
Do you mean Suicide Squad?
Yes,
Like the
Suicide
what?
Squad. So she's Suicide Squad Harley Quinn.
Oh, I see.
Except not quite with the booty shorts. She's a little more gothy punk version thereof.
Nice.
And instead of Daddy's Little Girl or whatever the shirt says.
Daddy's Little Monster.
Daddy's Little Monster, yeah. It's probably something a little more rude.
Claude is wearing a what he normally wears, except that he also has a cornflakes box around his neck with a knife through it.
What a dude. What a dude.
Was inside? Oh no, Incisor was dressed in her zombie attire.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that leave? Is Talus there?
So Talus is there. Talus, however, has disconnected his arm. And
Is he like carrying it or is it?
he's not carrying his arm. He's disconnected his arm, and he otherwise is wearing exactly what he does. And then when he walks in, he's just doing this.
Like applauding his non-existent hand or?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
And the sound of one hand clapping.
Oh, God. I thought I was going to go as a dad joke whenever.
Well done,
Oh.
Talus.
Chewing bubblegum, pop it.
Oh my god.
I've got like a ridiculously large smile and oops, there are some curls at the end because
Yes.
it's a fucking knocker. And she obviously has not done the wig or the pigtails. So she's like, fuck that. It's more like an homage to the costume, using it as an excuse to carry around baseball bat, basically.
Fair enough. And is Kyoko there?
She hasn't arrived yet.
I'm gonna get myself some mulled wine from the cauldron.
Yes.
Now listen, I know that it is a dangerous proposition, but do you have any scary stories, Sophia? Because the only thing that I could think of that would be scarier would be to see a look of horror cross your features. So you must be the one to tell scary stories.
I don't think I know any other than the ones that everyone knows. The hook on the door handle, or the body under the bed, or the murderer in the basement, or the furnace from Home Alone. Everybody's already heard all my stories.
When the elevator opens up, you see a figure standing relatively tall, yellow and orange and red markings over a robotic suit with one single blaster hand and one normal, a green visor, walking in.
Sorry, did you say an orange suit?
Yes.
Yes. She wins. I know we haven't even seen Braum yet, but I think she wins.
What if it is Braum?
We know it's
Too short.
nice. Good save.
I curl up into a tiny ball
Yes.
Oh shit, you're going as like little sense.
as like, yeah, no.
Awful cosplay.
Kyoko, you
That would
look
be
incredible.
She pulls the helmet off. Sometimes I go to hospitals. I figure that I'm going to be terrible for the rest of the day, so I should do something that's kind. So I go to hospitals, and nobody recognizes this character anymore because, to be honest, it was very popular quite early on. Although recently there was a release on... Anyway. Unfortunately, I'm supposed to be much taller.
Pixels on a screen. No relative height. I mean, what? Like, Metroids?
Metroids.
She's supposed to be 6'3".
See, you know that, but I feel like your average person who's even played the games wouldn't necessarily know that.
Kyoko, I haven't played the game, and I am still very impressed. I'm sure all the children at the hospital were too. It was a very nice thing to do.
Also supposed to be 198 pounds.
With the armor,
No,
depending on what you made it out of.
no, without the
With-
armor.
That's an excellent costume. Stop putting yourself down. Bless you.
Is Braum here?
He should be here shortly.
I'm afraid I can't sit down while I'm wearing this, so I'm going to go get changed.
Let us know if you need help.
Help changing?
Removing the armor. I mean, I guess you got into it yourself, so you figured that out. I don't always think these things through. And sometimes I manage to, like, wriggle myself into a thing, and then getting it off is just frightening.
Clunk,
Pivot.
clunk, 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 and then she heads off towards her office. And Marnie looks up. Is she trying hard? I feel like I'm not trying hard enough.
Marnie, you look great. Everyone looks great.
Dude.
Right?
Right?
Right? Braum? No, he's not here. Fuck.
Yeah, always ask Braum, Liz. Jeez. I'll come in at this point. Braum is wearing a Chewbacca costume.
Oh my god.
I can't even do
Yeah,
it.
he's
Never mind.
really bad at the sound.
Oh,
He can't really do it, but he can go like, but he can't do the like thing, so he just makes that sound instead.
Chewbacca and Doctor Strange were walking around together.
that's amazing.
Wow.
But he's got his like, he's
Love
got
it.
the,
Yeah.
he takes the head off, obviously, off the suit.
You look fantastic.
Thank you. I've been getting a lot of compliments today.
Did your children have fun?
Yeah, yes.
Did they?
I finally found the Sasquatch.
Well, I think the Sasquatch tends to live in the forests of British Columbia and upstate Washington State. Did you mean me? Because this is a famous character from a film.
Oh. I don't see a whole lot of films.
Is this Kyoko? This is Kyoko. I'm not
This is
crazy.
Marnie.
No, it's Marnie.
Well, now I feel like an idiot.
No, I wasn't sure myself.
No, it's fabulous. No, I'm just. It's great to see you. I'm sorry.
Kyoko comes back, only now she's dressed in a rather form-fitting blue and light blue suit.
Hey, zero suit. Yes.
So
Taking a
her
drink. It's empty.
hair and ears are in a high pony.
Oh, yeah.
they usually are.
Yeah, well, I don't know whether she usually has it in like a super high one or whether it's lower or something.
I didn't wear a wig. It would have been too hot under the mask. And
Absolutely.
hello, Braum.
Hello. It's good to see you. That's it's an interesting costume.
It's not a costume. This is actually the uniform I wear to work.
Oh. I haven't.
It's the character's armor that you weren't here. She was wearing armor before.
Oh.
It was quite impressive,
Very
but
impressive.
hard to
Really?
sit down in, as armor can be.
Of course, yes, I can relate. I'd
this
love
is
to see your
the
armor
Under Armour.
sometime, see how it would hold up in battle.
Costume armor.
Oh. Well,
I mean, maybe you built it to...
perhaps some
battle
combat
specs?
on the mountain then. You've been, I imagine. Everyone's been.
Combat on the mountain.
Yes,
Marnie-
on the...
Marnie looks up. I am actually imagine that this would be much more comfortable for you.
Like you've never spent a Sunday at Tam's.
Oh, I've gone to towns.
You never noticed the people fighting with foam swords?
I never get much past the drum circle. It's usually where I stay. I like to set up my harp there. It adds a nice little level.
What was Marnie saying?
I know whenever I take off my costume, I always feel better.
That is true. This is abominably hot.
Braum?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm expecting a...
Oh, you're blacking out.
My phone is... Oh.
Really sexy smelling. Здравствуй. No. Радий фінкінер газелой.
Нашим грахазовий.
Садишихме. Бог, это нерехмия.
Раука вийшнавчи.
Бог, несеност. Мяв, мяв. Ненам раудюрс вистахи with mar.
Certain syllables almost sounded in the realm of Mandarin. But most of it sounded like it was just being played
Yeah.
backwards.
Braum?
Yes. I'm
You
sorry, did I miss a question?
Want to get out of that hot costume.
I think I'm going to go do that, yes.
Do you need a place to change?
Well, there are rooms.
Okay, sorry. I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you. I give Marnie like a... I don't know if I touched her at all or if it just kind of talking to her like triggered something. I don't know.
She's just delightedly picking out Skittles. She does not seem to have noticed. Kyoko, however, her ears are twitching, so her ponytail is bobbing up and down slightly.
Yeah.
Are you going to require assistance, Braum? I'm sure one of these ladies would be happy to help you. You might be more comfortable asking a man. Claude has a lot of experience making sure that Chewbacca is well taken care of.
Does he? I find that a bit...
Is there a zipper somewhere I can undo before you
No,
go back?
no. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you. Kyoko, I'm sure I'll have a question for you soon. Once it formulates in my mind. I'll be going now.
I understand. Last year I did dress up as Alex Trebek. I'm good at taking questions.
Braum stops and turns around. You... What?
Last year I dressed up as Alex Trebek. It's very easy. It's basically just a suit. I had to cut my ears off, but thankfully they grow back.
Kyoko, would like to see a photo of this costume, please.
I understand. Unfortunately, I avoid all photography. I feel like it might steal my soul.
Right. Right.
Jeopardy fan for 200, please.
Yes, Yes, who is Braum? That's right. Yes. Kyoko, you probably don't know. It's a show I quite enjoy. The Canadian driver.
It's a goddamn Canadian treasure.
Yeah, Braum gives Kyoko a big grin at this news, and then he saunters off to go and change out of his Chewbacca honestly, he just needs to take it off. I'm sure he's wearing clothes underneath.
I hope so.
You'd have no idea how much a Chewbacca costume chafes your willy.
But he's
Especially
literally
when
just
it's
wearing
my
his undergarments. So he walks out and he's just in his boxers.
Ah,
I'm super troll.
super troll.
You're not supposed to go naked underneath. But Erwin, I'm always naked under my clothes.
Oh my God, there's a skeleton inside you right now.
Oh God!
No,
Get it out!
Get out of here!
Is he all right? I mean,
You
What?
I think he needs a drink.
I'm following Braum.
Okay. Well, I'm getting out of
Patches,
the
roll me perception, empathy, just Patches.
Ooh.
1 because I rolled a 1, and that wasn't it.
Kyoko doesn't take her eyes off the departing Sophia and Braum until they're out of sight.
Ooh.
So Kyoko, do you make many costumes? Do you get commissions?
I've never really considered making it a business.
Fair. This is, of course, the prime time of year if you're into that business. I accidentally helped one friend one year, and then it was 3 friends the next year, and then all of their friends the year after, and now I'm quite busy over the Halloween weekend, and left work a little early today to help out a few friends.
So you've decided that being an architect is no longer a viable career choice.
Oh no. It's just nice to have a side business once in a while. Or 2, or 10. Don't get married to one thing.
I do know that I plan to practice bigamy when I finally tie the knot.
Remind me which one's bigamy, because I know polygamy, but...
BI typically
Yeah.
means 3.
Okay.
Or were you asking me?
I was asking you, but it's fine.
Bigamy is 2.
Oh.
Bigamy.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
By Gamos.
Exactly. You know, keep it open, keep it flexible.
Do you have experience with that?
Bigamy, no, never been married.
Being flexible?
Like, do a thing. I'm like, no, I think Sophia's probably done a lot of yoga and Pilates and stuff. I'm sure she'd outflex me any day of the week.
I wouldn't know.
Do I know? I don't remember. So perception. Perception, probably. 1 success.
I will roll.
But she's also a puka, so I could also just assume she's obviously.
You can assume that she's lying or not, but her face is unreadable.
As always. I mean, to some extent, right?
Right.
Says one thing means another.
That's it.
Meanwhile, Sophia and Braum.
Goddamn zippers. Trying to just get...
For getting stuck in the zippers.
Braum,
Yes. Yes.
are you okay?
Yeah, I throw open the door and I've changed out, and neatly hung up the Chewbacca costume. Changed out of those costumes. I'm in my clothes. Damn it! Come on! I thought we said we were getting naked.
God damn it, Braum.
Oh yeah,
I've
no.
definitely talked to actors like this
Until
before. Been
midnight.
like,
Oh,
hey,
for sure.
15 minutes,
Hey.
by the way, such and such.
No, I've actually put on my second costume, which is a hedge and just my eyes and a hat over the top.
Are you fucking kidding right now?
Oh,
amazing.
But yes, right? Yes.
yes!
But no, I'm not actually wearing that.
Oh,
Be so good. You
What a
should have like a
shame.
hedge. Okay, next to Wayne.
I feel like someone needs to do that in real life. Just like bring a fence. Like this much fence.
Yes, I'm fine. I something.
Are you?
Yes, Sophia. Something about Marnie just brings back garbled memories of someone. I don't know. But I don't know her, and she doesn't know me.
It's happened before.
Yes. Her or something about her brings back memories, and I don't know what it is. You could try asking her yourself. I wasn't able to get anything out of her last time.
Of course I'll ask her. Do you think it's the fact that she's a Selkie and that you don't meet too many of them?
I had considered that. I can't remember anyone from my past of that kith.
Braum, I've been avoiding this because, to be honest, I'm afraid, but I think that the time is coming where we need to go back.
And do what? Exactly.
I know more about oneromancy now. I can craft elements of your dream. I can carry things into your dream. We can make a plan. I won't go without your permission, but I just want you to know that I think it's time. Clearly, this isn't remedying itself on its own. I was hoping that...
Well, I can certainly promise to meet you in my dreams when I'm sleeping. But beyond that, I wouldn't have any control.
I know. But if you have any ideas, things that I could bring with me, or things to ask that creature in your head, I'll do it. I want to help. I could even bring patches. I think.
And then you hear you hear through the wall. You'd have a fucking seance. In his head right now. Come on, perfect for this. And then you hear the sound of a shower turning off.
No.
You'd think in a place like this you'd be able to have some privacy once in a while.
Yeah, the offices are better for that. Rooms, not so much.
Serves me right for not checking.
We can talk more later. I don't want to spoil the party.
No, it's the best party. And then you see she comes around and she's just wrapped up in a towel. We put you in the center of the room, and we'll give you like some like sleeping pills or something. I don't know. We'll give you like 50 because you're huge, and you'll fall asleep. And then Sophia will crawl into your head and will fix you.
I like your plan, Incisor. It has spirit and it has ambition.
Look. Don't you ever wonder that maybe this is like the best day for it because you're closer to spirits? Yeah? Maybe it's because a ghost is fucking with you.
I think it's me messing with myself.
I don't get why you're being such a pussy about this.
Incisor, it's probably not a good idea to try something so complicated and dangerous on Samhain, when at any time we could decide to do something incredibly stupid.
I don't think this is stupid. I think he deserves to have access to his head.
I completely agree. I like to be in control of my faculties when I do that.
Being a little unseelie isn't going to make you not in control of your faculties, Lady Sophia. Come on.
It's actually not a bad point. As uncomfortable as it makes me, it's not like we become ranting, raving, violent fools, is it, Incisor?
Besides, what happens if you go in there and then you fix something, except that it scares you too? Tomorrow you won't even remember, but he'll probably stay fixed.
Probably.
So you don't have to deal with like Braum PTSD or like seeing him discover masturbating for the first time or whatever the fuck you see in his dreams. I don't know. But either way, he manages to get himself sorted out. By the way, you notice that she's holding an empty glass in her hand.
Shower beer.
Yes, shower scotch, maybe?
Incisor, the
Shower
situation you're
something
describing is the best possible outcome. But a lot of things could go wrong, and I would rather not take the chance when we're dealing with Braum's memories.
No, Sophia, Incisor makes a good point.
If you're worried
something
about
were
things
to go
not going
we
wrong,
would
why'd
not
you
remember.
proposition me at penance?
Excuse me?
I see sex as being a little different from going inside someone's mind while they're sleeping and messing around with their memories.
So you can go inside somebody just as long as it's not their emotional head.
I'm sorry, what exactly is happening here right now? Should I go?
No, Braum, stay. It's fine.
I don't think it is.
Braum, look, here's the thing. None of us are going to be ourselves tonight. I'm already not myself tonight. And tomorrow I'm not even going to remember trying to fuck with this thing or fuck with you or either way. I'm just going to say what I think. And I think it's fucked up that your head's fucked up. And I think that people should do something about it. It's just me. It's just me.
Is her towel like super secure?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go in for a hug.
it's like super secure.
Okay. I'm not concerned. Like anyway, yeah.
Yeah, no, she's not in danger of like, and it's like a really big fluffy towel. It's pink.
thank God. Phew. No, I'm gonna go in for a hug. With
She goes straight in for like the bro grab. Her arms aren't really big enough to wrap all the way around you properly, but she like smacks on your shoulder blade some.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think that it's fantastic what the fuck she's doing for you. All right? It's got to be scary going into somebody else's dreams. It's got to be really scary going into somebody else's dreams when clearly there's something wrong in there. I don't do oneiromancy. Okay? My own dreams, they're not something I like to talk about. So I understand that you're hesitating, and I understand that she's got her own thing. But I think that Sophia's done a few things in her life that might have been a mistake. I don't think this is one of them. Sophia, you're all right.
You're too kind.
No.
I'm gonna turn and go back to the to the exhaust.
Insider,
This
I
is
just-
why I don't do the unseelie thing. Everybody already hates me. People just hate me a little more when I'm what they expect.
It's not worth very much, but I don't hate you.
Braum, that's worth more than anything that prissy, stuck-up, wannabe ruler could ever tell me.
I would avoid using language like that around her or me in the future, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Who gives a fuck tonight? No one gives a fuck tonight. Nobody gives a fuck about anything.
True.
And she heads back into her room and she closes the door.
I want to catch Sophia at some point. She's gone. She's probably back like in the life of the friggin' party now.
Sorry, cat. Just kept you.
What's going on? Oh, I see.
Pan back to Patches at no one giving a fuck, and she is dipping like little bits of like napkin into a little glass of strong alcohol, like vodka or gin or something, and then putting them into her straw and trying to spitball them into the candles to make the candles like flare up for a second.
Nice.
Literally, this is what she's up to. And she's trying to like egg everyone else onto it. But you can't hit that
When
one.
Sophia returns to the room, Kyoko, by the way, is applauding every time there's a little flare.
You walked into the line of fire.
Did I?
I don't know. I want to say yes. Sorry, you were saying?
Kyoko's applauding every time you manage to make a little flare. Marnie's laughing, and even Claude is smirking a little bit, although he's like, it's such a waste. Like, I could be drinking that, and you're making fire with it. If you want to burn
pull a
something...
glass off of my belt, and I just, like, grab a random glass from, like, over the counter and pour it. Here, drink this. And it's like...
Lady Sophia, do you know my favorite game of all time?
What's your favorite game of all time, Claude?
It's called Drink This. Do you know how to play?
Does it involve drinking this?
I can't believe it, but you basically have 90% of the game right there.
Oh.
You get handed something, and you say, drink this, and then the other person has to drink. And if they don't drink, they have to pay a penalty.
Small sir.
How does it taste? What's in it? Do we know?
It's absinthe.
Ah.
Straight absinthe.
Oh, right.
And I take the drink that I'm hoping that Claude has mixed for Braum, because I said Braum needs a drink, and I pour some into.
Perfect.
Hey, Braum,
Perfect. Yes.
drink this.
Thank you. I will. Yes. I drink all of it, whatever it is.
Good. Patches is like, this guy needs to loosen up.
Yes.
Booze.
Lady Sophia,
Who is this?
oh right, who is this? Marnie.
Who is
Sorry.
Who am I?
Just
Mm-hmm.
if you're not going to tell a ghost story, I understand. But at the very least, tell me what it's like. What's it like to be you?
What's it like to be me?
Yeah. Kyoko sits down next to Patches, by the way.
What do you want to know?
Because when I think Sealy, I can't help but picture somebody like you. And today, I don't know what to expect.
You want to know what I'm going to do?
I just want to know, is it something that you look forward to each year? Or is it something different?
I'll be honest, a lot of my life, as I'm sure you've figured out, revolves around being perfect. So, Samhain pushes me out of that in a way that is very uncomfortable.
Do you feel uncomfortable right now? You're among friends. Everybody here will take care of you.
I know. And that's actually the weirdest thing. I don't normally stay friends with the same people for such a long period of time. I'm usually by myself for Samhain.
Begging your pardon, miss, but why do you stay alone during Samhain? What is it about it that makes you want to turn away from it? Your unseelie side is just a part of you, just as much as your seelie side.
Because until now, I had no one in my life that I trusted enough to still want to be around me afterwards.
Oh dear. Who hurt you?
No, it's nothing like that. I think it's more pressure that I put on myself.
You can fuck up around me.
Thank you, Patches.
Sure to
I
be
know
saying
that.
that you can fuck down around anyone too.
Do let me know if you want me to install that swing.
If I'm being honest, there's one thing that I want to do tonight. Something that's been bothering me ever since penance.
Oh boy.
Slap away.
No.
Hyoka reaches out and very lightly just...
You can do better than that.
I'm afraid I can't. I lost all the strength in my right hand in an accident.
Of course. I'm so sorry. Bring that up again. I'd asked Talus, but he's down an arm as well because he's busy clapping with one hand.
Oh, I could go and get it and just pick it up and swing it at you like a baseball bat.
I just heft my baseball bat. You want to have a batting competition? You want to have a batting competition?
Your bat versus my arm?
Your arm would win. Someday I'd like to look at it.
He gets up and he walks off to his office.
Yes.
I certainly don't think we need to be fighting.
What is it that you want to be doing then?
There is this man named Kenwin. And I don't like him.
Fuck that guy.
I don't like him one bit. We know where he's staying.
Can we just ship him to Toronto?
He's probably out at a party right now. I want to go and do something to his room. That's what I want to do tonight.
We have to pretend that we're guests of his that are going to show him a good time so that the hotel clerks let us in. Right?
I am not doing that.
Okay, I will. I'm dressed like fucking Slutty McGee, so let's do it.
Oh my god.
So you really want to do this?
Fuck that guy.
I mean, no, but yes.
Don't fuck the guy, but fuck him.
Yes.
You can get right fucked.
Who's with us?
Well,
Oh, I've already shown
Sure be
him
that I don't
now.
have anything else doing tonight.
What a dude! Kenwin? Don't know him. Can't say I have anything else going on.
Oh, no, I've heard of him.
And he's the worst. I've never met someone.
He's a right bastard. You should just...
I remember.
He came to our party, and he was so rude.
He's not very low.
And
on
he
my
was
list of
very
favorite
rude
people.
to you.
Well, he's just trying to establish dominance.
Yeah, there are other ways of doing that. We're gonna show him ways of establishing dominance tonight.
Right,
be right
by
back.
not fucking him.
Which good
Oh,
patches?
she's going down to the... Oh,
Patches!
she's already gone. She's already gone.
Got some tools.
Just for the
More
record, I do
belt
not
packs, strap
condone
my legs.
anything of this nature.
Kyoko looks up at Braum. You've never played a practical joke.
Oh, many. Yes. Just not necessarily on somebody who has the ability to strike back.
I'm going upstairs to get some hair dye. From my apartment.
Fuck yes. No, Scott really wants you to go. Braum's like,
Okay, but we don't hate the people who work at this hotel. So we need to make sure not to I was thinking of putting eggs under his sheets or between his mattresses, but that would suck for them and all.
Marnie takes one look at Kyoko and gets up. I'm helping. Talus comes back and he's holding his mechanical arm.
This is the sound of two hands clapping in excitement.
And he just hucks it over to Patches.
Who made this?
So roll me perception technology, Patches.
yeah.
Kyoko looks at Braum. You're not going anywhere?
I may head out at some point, but for now, no. I don't believe I'll be going on this merry adventure with these jolly travelers.
It isn't right for you to be alone.
Why not?
On a night like Samhain, there could be ghosts.
Ah, yes. That is true. And in fact, I consider myself a very poor ghost hunter. I imagine you have more experience?
I believe that the correct words have been immortalized into song. Busting makes me feel good.
I'll be right back. And then I turn in, I go put my Ghostbusters costume on. No.
Patches, how many successes?
2.
So, in looking at, it's very clear that this is a Zister design. It is incredibly intricate, though. It's not just it's not nearly as simple as what you would normally find even on a human skeleton.
No.
It looks like his hand is capable of moving in all kinds of directions.
Yeah.
And his fingers, instead of having 3 knuckles on them, they have 5.
That's pretty freaking
So
sweet.
cool.
And they're a little bit longer than they should be. It looks like the arm doesn't contain superhuman strength, but has more strength to enable more positions of the hand, right? Because
Yeah.
you know how you don't have actual muscles in your hand?
And then yeah.
So
Oh, I know right now. I know. I'm
Oh.
feeling it.
Oh my
my ability
God.
to yeah.
So, is everybody going somewhere?
Going
It looks like everybody's gotten up.
to crash a rude former guest's
Awesome.
hotel.
On the
Well,
way, I'll
again-
tell you how I lost my arm.
Damn it!
Yes, please.
Shit,
we
we're
are
gonna
gonna
forget.
remember. Fuck.
Write it down. That doesn't work that way.
No.
He tells you.
No, it's like memoir. You tattoo it on yourself. You're like, what the fuck is this shit?
So, Braum, do you actually go anywhere, or are you just...
I don't think at this point.
No, you
Like,
said that you were getting up and going to putting on your Ghostbusters costume.
Oh no! I'm sorry. No, I'm. No, that's not a thing that I have access to. No, I'm staying with Kyoko. I'm going to start telling her a really bad... Not a really bad ghost story, but I'm going to start telling her the ghost story I know really poorly.
So is this a thing that we're doing? We're going to go and mess up some guy's...
Are you coming too, Claude?
Okay, we gotta find a way to be discreet, though.
We can do it. We're on our way to a party in the hotel.
Totally.
Do I have to make balaclavas for everybody? Are we doing it like... Or do I have to make baklava for everybody?
Hey, that was good.
What else can we bring?
Whatever way you can subtly sabotage him without causing hell for the hotel employees.
Chili powder in his shoes?
Yep. Or maybe if he has contact lenses.
Ouch. Ooh. Ooh. I'm thinking more Matilda level pranks. More Matilda, less Home Alone.
I like it. Pull out a battery pack and like dial down the voltage and put it back in my pocket.
The old paint can in the face and like nail in the foot. Is that those?
Saran wrap across the toilet seat. Someone else will touch the toilet seat.
I'll just turn that down from leaf.
Thought it was a hot iron to the face.
Oh, it was. You're right. I'm thinking. Yeah.
Nail in the step. Like,
Oh,
we're not doing
okay,
that.
nope.
Ooh, we can set his alarm to really early.
You guys are so lame. I love it.
So,
So you guys head out? So anyway, it was one night, a really long time ago, and then the doors close. And Braum is now there just with Kyoko in the room.
Shampoo for real thing.
for hair dye.
So, a young man is at home, alone. He's about 13. He's a little too young to be home alone, but his parents promised they would be back pretty soon. He hears a sound coming from his basement, and he does not want to go and investigate. It's dark, it's scary, you can imagine. He reaches down next to the couch where he's sitting, and he feels the reassuring warmth of his dog's head licking his hand. He hears another sound from that same basement. He reaches down again, pats his dog, feels a small nibble on his hand. He says, "All right, I'm going to go and do this." And he goes to the basement, and he reaches for the door handle, and he opens it and flips on the lights. What does he see? But his dog, who has been closed in the basement this whole time.
The scariest part about that story is that there are two dogs.
I hadn't actually considered that interpretation of it. It's much less scary. I suppose I should add an addendum where you see the crazed person.
I've been
walking
chased by
away.
dogs before.
Yes, I would certainly. That would be quite scary.
I have a scarier story.
Do you? Scarier than that? I find it hard to believe, but I'm all ears. Or at least some ears.
One morning, a woman woke up and she went and sat down at her computer and she played video games all day, and then at the end of the day she turned the computer off and she went to bed. and she never noticed anything that happened outside. And when she was in bed, it was very cold.
Tell me more about this woman. I've certainly played some computer games.
I'm afraid women don't play computer games.
Oh, I thought you said it was
That
a
was the
young-
scary part of the story. Women do not play video games ever.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
They're not good at them.
That I find that hard to believe.
I don't know what's on the internet. Whoa.
Yeah.
Braum, do you believe everything I tell you?
No, but I do try to keep an open mind. Because I never know when you're going to surprise me.
I'm afraid that nobody knows what to think when I say anything.
Alright, guys, jeez. Yoko, are you... I know it's not quite as simple as what I'm about to make it out to be, but if for any reason you feel like you don't have a reason to leave here, you should ask me. I'm sure I can find something for the two of us to do together.
Like what?
Outside of this freehold, there's... let's see. Well, there's the mountain, of course. We could go for a walk. Take a look at the sights of the city. I'm sure you've seen Montreal at night from the lookout. No, Kyoko. I have not seen the city at night from the lookout in many years. Come with me.
You want me to come with you?
To Mount Royal, yes, to the lookout.
I'll need to get a coat.
As will I. Should I bring my fur coat, or...
I'm afraid I'm the only one with a fur coat here. Braum?
Yes.
When we're up there, do you think that you'll understand me?
I'm not the best people person, but I'm going to try as hard as I can.
Will it be cold?
Probably not with your coat. But we'll see if we can sneak along some hot cocoa or something.
Are you sure there'll be enough?
What do you mean?
Enough hot cocoa.
Well, if we sneak some along, we'll bring enough. I don't understand.
I like drinking hot drinks. A lot.
Oh,
Sometimes I drink too much.
well, we've all been known to consume to excess more than once. We'll bring along enough, I think.
Plenty?
Yes, Kyoko, we'll bring along plenty.
Braum, do we have to do this through a door? Come on in. Fine, fine. It's so nice and cold.
There's plenty of hot water.
Are you kidding? I like the cold. I appreciate this.
It was a hard mission.
You always know how to make me feel better. No one knows this side of me. No one sees this but you.
You can't prove it's me.
No, that was totally John. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm so happy.
Doesn't matter. You're not doing it in a professional context.
Oh! Boo.
AIP.
There's nothing professional about this.
Boom.
Yeah,
Braum?
we have no more booze. That's a lie. We have
Braum?
Yes.
I'll go get my coat.
Yes, I'll accompany you if you don't mind.
She slips into her room, which when you open it up, her room is unlike her office. Her office is crammed full of like memorabilia and costume bits and toys and computer shit, but her room is very clean. And then she just reaches into a closet and pulls out a jacket, just puts it on, and then looks up. Are you ready to go?
Yes. Yes, I think I am.
The webcam
Aw.
unplugged.
That was
And now it's your head.
Fade to
Ella,
black.
I hate you.
that was surprisingly well timed.
Do I need to check anything else? Can you guys can still hear us, right?
We can hear you, yes.
Find the camera.
Oh yeah, that would
Just
do it.
click that thing. That
You
should
sure?
do it. Yeah, click it.
Chicka-choo-cha.
colors are
God,
terrible.
It's horrifying. It's okay. Wait, Scott,
It
did you close
closed.
it?
No, because it got unplugged, it disappeared.
Ah, balls and a balls.
We can see you now.
This is
You're very
amazing.
cold.
Brr.
That's
Like on
what
the
Aragon
mountain.
said. Ugh.
Crosshair,
No, it doesn't.
is it like a bouncing oh my face? Like what?
Sadly,
Oh, you can go.
we're not going to know exactly what happens for the rest of the evening. But we will find out about the aftermath. But first, we have to find out what the play of the game was and what each of our players learned in John's Fancy Corner, coming up in
Yay.
just a moment.
Yeah, I should fix
What are you guys trying to do now?
We're trying to fix the light. Sorry.
it. Oh no. Rip.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
There we go. Now you can probably go to things. Hooray! Oh, it's gonna get worse before it gets better, folks. Here we go. Click.
Whoa.
There you go.
Am I
That's good enough.
good enough?
Yay!
Why?
And now you're completely out of focus.
It's okay. It's okay. We're fixing it.
There you go.
Coldrake, I'd like to propose the old cats get the play of the game.
Yep.
Oh.
No.
We're creating the fate
Only
to black.
players can get play of the game.
Ella's essentially a player.
Yep.
Trash.
I know. I gotta say, thank you, Sophia. I was like, Patches is gonna go out and like fuck with mortals. This is so much better.
Yes, fuck Kenwin. Fuck.
Oh my god, yeah.
Why they were blue. I don't think we're blue anymore. Fingers crossed. No, it's just the webcam needs to be configured to match our lighting.
Yeah.
So when
Well-
it turns off and on again because of feline interference.
And also, like, the white balance wasn't at the middle. It was like way towards the blue.
There she is. This is the culprit, guys. Here she is. She's saying hi.
Just
She's
fucking with
saying
things.
Well, I was trying really hard to think about what Sophia would do on a night like Samhain. I was like, pranking someone who's wronged her and she doesn't know where Fala lives, so that sounds
Yep.
about right.
So I will
do.
I will ask each of you what you learned, and then after that, once we pass the play of the game, we'll figure out exactly where we're going to go from here. We'll start with Scott.
Lots for sure. Braum learns a newfound respect, earned, I guess, a newfound respect for Incisor, and also that I don't know, this relationship with whoever this young woman is from his past is really like, I don't know, it's really intriguing. Like I learned more about that relationship, I guess, which is cool.
All right, Kate.
Learn that there may actually be some allies out there.
Hooray.
Maybe. And that going the official route may be the best way to go sometimes.
And Liz.
Sophia learned that she's found a little group of
look
people
out.
that she wants to do stupid fun things with on Samhain.
Stupid fun things with.
Yeah. That's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did do a really great job of talking to Chucky.
Oh my god, Chucky.
I'm not important.
I
Yes, you
spelled
are.
Chucky with an IE.
Oh, that's so
It's
cute.
actually really sweet.
I classed it up.
Our
Not
play of the game is now up.
Yes.
Sophia plots unseelie antics against Kenwin. Braum has a heart-to-heart with Kyoko, #Brioko. Or Patches befriends Poreic.
Oh my god. The idea that the Duchess doesn't have anyone answering the phones is just her pretending to be Chucky. Amazing. It's just her idea of fun. They'll never guess. And then they'll come and ask to talk to Chucky and they'll be like, who's Chucky? Or
Who is Patch? Oh, Patches is dressed as Harley Quinn. So we're walking slow motion down the street on our way to the hotel. Morticia Adams, Harley Quinn,
yeah, sort of Harley Quinn.
sort of Harley Quinn,
And
a
it
box of
says
cereal.
Batty's little concert.
It's a box. It's cornflakes with a knife stuck through it. Do you
Yeah,
not know what that
cereal.
costume is?
Who? What?
Do you not
Cereal
know what
box.
that costume is?
Yeah.
yeah.
Or are you talking about the millennial that killed things?
No, it's a serial killer.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry,
we've
that's-
already said
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who else is going with us? Marnie, who's a
Mhm.
cat.
And a cat.
Is Talus coming with us?
Yes.
Yes.
He was going to tell us about how
And
he
an
lost his
armless
arm.
satyr. A one-armed
Well, and
satyr.
Poreic is going to.
Oh yeah, Porig. Is Porig dressed as anything?
A fighting Irishman.
Oh.
Ugh. Well, he is-
Poreic wasn't dressed up.
Ripley, what are you doing, buddy? Oh boy. Is that your shoe, Liz?
No, she's under the rug.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
So
please,
what's
God.
going to happen is that we're going to have an opportunity to find out where each one of these three wakes up.
God.
It's hot. It's a desert. You're in Morocco.
So
Wow.
it's very possible Why are the votes not
Ripley.
being counted?
That was a good run.
So the votes weren't counted properly, but I will say that just based on what I saw, it looks like it's Elizabeth Neale
Yay!
with plotting on Celia antics against Kenwyn as the play of the game for this one.
Nice, Liz.
I'm just glad so many people wanted to join in.
Yeah, it looks like the poll glitched out, which is too bad. Oh well. We got it anyway. So it looks like we're going to try to make sure that we get a couple of bonus sessions in so that we can find out where everyone's up. But this comes at a cost. What's happening next week, folks?
Nothing from us.
We have other engagements on Sunday.
Next Sunday, everybody but me has something to do, which means that I will be streaming on my own here. But we're going to make it up to you by making sure that we get bonus sessions for these three, finding out where they are and what potentially happened at the rest of Samhain. Now, we don't have exact dates for you. You're going to have to keep checking Twitter. The best way to find that out, it's right below you. All of our Twitter handles are there. But yeah, we are going to get a chance to get all of that out to you. So look forward to that. I'm just wondering whether now, like... Alright, so here's the deal. Play of the game can't go to me. It can't. It used to be that it could go to me, but now since Play of the Game actually involves a minor experience award, it can't go to me. But I will say that if people are interested in figuring out what my Play of the Game is, then you're going to have to come up with your own system. Possibly work with Captain Daff and Aragorn to figure that out, because I don't do a whole lot of worrying about myself. But I continually see people wanting to nominate stuff that I do, and I don't want to take things away from you too much. But I haven't figured that out, so you're going to have to figure that out for yourselves. Double 12-hour streams technically different from a 24-hour stream.
I think they're two separate streams.
Yeah.
With a sleep break in the middle.
Hey. So much candy. I eat.
Get it out of there.
So I would recommend contacting them and having them figure something out, specifically if people want to deal with what NPCs are doing in the game and recognizing that. But I'm going to leave that up to my dynamic duo for them to sort out. Now, it's true, though, that we do have a week coming up.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening on Monday, Scott?
Well, nothing from me. It's a Steel stream. I mean, that's actually not true. Is that it is a Steel stream. Jump on, enjoy. Whoever. I'm throwing it out there in the world. Yeah, it's open.
Okay.
Because I will be in a photo shoot.
Guys, we're doing the Morticia Gomez photo shoot, so it's for a good cause.
You saw it on Twitter. Elizabeth peer pressured me on a social media platform. And now I'm doing it.
Thanks, Twitter.
I may steal some streams because I want to play some Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh.
Yes.
Online, so I might do that, but of course that won't be during the normal time for Scott. That will be afterwards. We'll see. I'll try to dodge it around to make sure I'm not stepping on anybody. On Tuesday, if he's still here complaining about Actra, Julian will most likely have a Scream stream ready for you.
Can I announce something? If he's still here, I'm stepping on his toes anyway. On Tuesday, join us at the Coolians Twitch channel, guys. It is Halloween, so we're having a special Halloween Scream stream with special guests. I believe we are playing Until Dawn, the 90s teen horror movie inspired game on PS4. Or PS3 or something. I don't know, PS4. It's going to be great. I'm really excited. On PlayStation.
The show that's on Tuesday doesn't have video. I'm free.
Ooh! Yeah, come on over. I think
Julian,
everyone's coming over and over. It's just going to be a party.
On Wednesday will be an RPG clinic. Whether or not it's a bonus session, we'll find out. But there will be a stream from me on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I think JT is not back yet.
Not back yet.
So there will be no VR stream. Thursday,
Steel stream
Nothing from
opportunity.
Kate. Still working tech. So there may be another steel stream in there somewhere. Friday, though.
Oh my god, guys, it's the Punchy Pizza Party!
Punchy
Yes.
pizza party.
We
'Cause
got
we-
to 1,000 followers
There was
last
a lot of
Friday.
weird dancing.
Lot
It
of
was
pizza.
If
vaguely uncomfortable.
anyone
Lots
who's
of party.
tuning in, it's your
Lots of punchy.
responsibility to get your pizza or whatever you choose to substitute. Place pizza, get booze or whatever you choose to
Make some
substitute.
punch
We're
to
gonna-
drink.
Ooh.
We're gonna play games.
punch it.
And it's gonna be sick. So
Mm-hmm.
Saturday.
hold please.
I think we're both.
We'll let
You're
you
both
know.
Saturday, we'll let you know. It's possible that I might be able to get a bonus stream in there. We'll see.
Yeah, because one of the shows, it might be a different cycle, but one of the shows doesn't have video, so on Saturday or Sunday, I will have some free time. Maybe fit a bonus in there.
And on Sunday, you get me, just me.
Hey.
But no matter what, you can always check our website, rpgclinic.com, where you'll be able to see story synopses, submit your fan art, check out the forum,
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, I haven't been on the forum in a while.
and we'll see also if we can post when those bonus sessions will happen. But
That in the forum.
until then, see you next time. Thanks so much to every one of you who has subscribed, donated, or just supported us by spreading the word.
Bye.
Bye.